Alright, hey everyone, my name is Jesse, a 3D character artist, and today I wanted to start a little series, challenge that I gave myself. We're going to be creating a game character, and this game character is going to be a boss-like, an Elden Ring boss-like character before the release of the DLC that's coming out like 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 weeks. This is going to be separated like in 3 or 4 parts. But the plan is to try to do this character maybe not like before the release of the game, but around the release, so maybe like a little before or a little after. This is a little challenge that I gave myself first because I love Elden Ring, and it's probably my second favorite game of 2022. Just after God of War Ragnarok, because this game was a masterclass. Before we get too deep into the video, I just wanted to thank you guys for the first video. I did not expect to receive so much love. I did not expect to receive so much comments. And also, I wanted to let you know that I am taking part of the rookie award, or the rookie contest. This is my first time doing it, so it's my first time being on any contest, so I'm pretty hyped, and the link's gonna be down below if you want to go and check it out and just give it a little high five, because that's how they call it. They call it high five instead of likes, but I mean it's the same concept. The link's gonna be down below, and yeah, this video is only gonna be the blocking, so it's really like the start of the character. For those who don't know what a blocking is, the blocking is like and I'm only saying this because I'm assuming some people who are not actually character artists are gonna be watching. It's probably because they're a fan of Elden Ring, but I'm just suggesting. It's probably not gonna have that many people watching the video, but I'm just gonna say that either way, the blockout is kind of like the sketch of my character. For people are more familiar with drawing, so the blocking is the sketch of my character before we get too much into the details. So yeah, you're not gonna see any crazy detail in this video, but the next video, this is what's gonna be about. But yeah, with this being said, let's jump straight into the video. So, first thing I want to do before jumping into any software, any sculpting or anything like that, the first thing I want to do is find a good concept. I need a readable concept, a concept I can somehow understand what's going on, that I can somehow tell which material or is being used in the character, and also stuff that I know that I can do. It can be challenging, but I need to be certain that I'm not gonna be stuck on it and just give up because I just can't do what's in front of me. And also, the most important thing, the concept gotta look like an Elden Ring boss, because I'm not gonna do a boss that already exists. I'm doomed to fail if I do that. The people at From Software are way better than I am, so if I just try to do, I don't know, Godfrey or Melania, I'm not gonna do a better job than the character artist over there, because first of all, they have more experience than me, and also multiple people work on a single character. So yeah, this is, just by myself, I'm dooming myself to failure. So I want to make sure the character doesn't exist anywhere, and also it's an original concept just for portfolio. I did found one that I thought it was looking like an Elden Ring boss, and I don't just take, personally, you could do that, but I feel like it's a little disrespectful if you do this. So personally, I contact the artist every time I'm taking a concept, and then if they're giving me the green light, then I'm good to go. And that's what I did. The artist I contacted was Kuznetsov. I'm really sorry if I messed your name up. I didn't mean it. And that is the concept I have. And also, I felt like it was really giving Shadow of the Erdtree vibe. And I'm seeing a lot of vines, trees, wood. It's a material to really use in Elden Ring. And yeah, I just felt like the white hair was giving me a little bit of a Malekith vibes. And just, yeah, the aesthetics was really giving Elden Ring, so I thought maybe this was the one that I needed. And yeah, so Taras was kind enough to give me the concept, and then now I'm just doing it in 3D, and now I'm about to jump in. No, not yet. I'm not going to jump into the software yet. I had to go and take some references, stuff that I will need, throughout the process, So now we're going to jump straight into ZBrush and start the block out. When doing my character, when I start my block out, I always start with a base mesh. Base mesh I'm using here is a base mesh kit sold by Jay Hill. You can find it in ArtStation or his website. and this is what I use basically for every character that I make. I just want to say that right now that using the base mesh for a character is not a bad thing. I had a comment of the last video saying that, you know, there's no challenge, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Though I don't really care what he says. Just want to say that right now, that making a character out of base mesh is not a shame. It's still as challenging. Maybe not as challenging as making a character from from scratch, but it's still a challenge. You know, what you're seeing now, it's me just trying to, you know, make the shapes right. You know, this is always how I start. You know, I just want to make the shape right. I'm not really going too deep. I'm not worried too much about the details. I'm just really worrying about the silhouette and like the big shapes. I needed the hair done as soon as possible in the process, so I just took a sphere, snake hook, Sculptus Pro Dynamesh, and I was doing my stuff. When I was done with the hair, I went and did the shoulder pad. I kind of needed the hair to know exactly where I was going to put the shoulder pad according to the concept. And as you can see in the footage, the shoulder pad is almost done. The reason for that is because I totally forgot to press the record button when I was doing the shoulder pad. But basically what I did is I used the topology brush and then did some topology. To use the topology brush, if you don't know, is you have to have a mesh with no subdivision on, so that's what I did, and I started my shoulder pad based off that. For the headpiece, or the wooden helmets, whatever you want to call it, I needed this piece as soon as possible because I wanted to do the branch on the face. Also, it's probably the most what attracted the most attention, so I couldn't miss it. So for now, I just needed a placeholder. I was gonna come back on it later on the process, so I just did a sphere, put it on the head, and then I brought the concept, put a plane, and then I masked the plane following the shape of the skull-like thing, extract it, gave it some thickness, and then I merge it down with the sphere, and then I used Dynamesh to make it one mesh, and with this I was happy for now. For the branches on the face, what I used was Z-Sphere's, well, I was gonna say brush, but it's not a brush. It's a tool in ZBrush, which is really dope. You have a sphere, extracting other sphere, and then you can just extend it to the length you like, and I think it's perfect for branches and tree and all these stuff, you know. So that's what I used throughout the whole process of making these branches, and yeah, that's pretty much what I did. In the end, I had a result like that, which I really liked, and with this I was happy and I was ready to move on. The gloves is probably what took me one of the most time, if not the most time. I really wanted to nail the gloves because I've done some armor before, but it wasn't, I don't know, there was something missing, you know, so I really gathered a lot of reference for the gloves to make it right. I really took my time on this one. I think it took me like a good day, well, like a day and a half. Just wanted to nail the glove as much as possible, and I'm pretty proud of what I did because I did a lot of iteration as well. It's probably gonna change it again a little bit much, even throughout the high-res process. But for now, it's okay. And I thought for a block, it was more than enough. When I had this result, I told myself, you know what? Now I'm ready to move on and do something else. Then I went back on the headpiece, just did some sneak peek, and I decided to leave it there. And then I used the curve 2 brush just to do the vines, and then I stopped. So the legs is probably what took me the most time. There's only one thing that I struggled with. I didn't really struggle. Actually, I was not sure on how I was gonna do it, which is why I was trying to avoid the legs for the longest, but I couldn't avoid it forever. Basically in the thigh, if you look at the armor, it kind of have like that little wing thing, and I didn't know how I was gonna approach that. And well, actually I did have my idea, but I didn't know if it was gonna work. So I did it anyways. Basically what I did is I took a Z-sphere again, and then I turned it into a wing border shape. Then I took a square, Dynameshed it, and then I made it like into that wing shape. And then my whole thing, and then I Dynameshed, well, actually I merged it down with the armor, and I Dynameshed it with the wing so it could become one mesh. And the result wasn't that bad, you know, it was okay. I thought it was cool. And yeah, the result wasn't too bad. I was really scared for no reason because this actually worked. But if there's another solution, if anybody knows another solution for it, I will totally take it. When the leg piece were done, I was looking at my character knowing that something was wrong. And this is when I realized the proportion was not matching my concept. In the concept, the character have some very long legs and also long arms. So what I did to fix this problem is I T-pose meshed my character and then used the gizmos and the move brush. After doing that, I realized something else was wrong. The fingers were too small compared to the rest of the proportions, so I had to redo that and fix the finger until they had the proper proportion. And after that, I was pretty happy with how it looks, and it was matching my concept a bit more. And then for that cape, robes, whatever that is, I used a slice curve to make many polygroups. Why I'm doing this is because after when I'm gonna use an edge loop, they're all gonna be separated. And as you can see in the concept, like the thing around, they're not like, they're all separated. So you know, I'm trying to replicate that. And then when this is done, you can see like in the tip, they're all like ripped and it's not clean. You know, it's been used, it's old. So what I'm gonna do for that is I'm going to take I'm going to mask the thing I want to remove, change polygroups, select the right polygroups, and then del hidden. And with this, I thought this was the best solution. I didn't think of any other solution to make it work, but this solution worked, and I was pretty happy with the result, the final outcome. And yeah, just decided to roll with that, and that's pretty much it. I tweaked a little bit with the deformation tabs, but you know, it's not too important. The most important thing is that I had what I wanted, and that's good. After almost all the major thing that I needed for me to make a good silhouette for my character, I decided to go on and do those small props that I don't think I need to go too deeply into it. Before going back on what I've kept on pushing back, the headpiece. For the headpiece, I started with the top part. Those shape was easy enough to make. It was just really repetitive. So all I did is use a trim curve, make it a shape that I liked. Well, the shape that matches the concept, and then merge it with the headpiece and then Dynamesh. And then this is what I kept on doing. And then after that, I went and did the rest of the vines using the snake hook, Sculptus Pro, Z-spheres, and also Dynamesh. You know, it's just the same process as the branches. After all that, I was pretty satisfied with my blocking, and when I was satisfied, to me, I felt like, well, my blocking is done, and then I can move on to the high res, and this is how the blocking looks like now. So that was episode 1 of this series that I'm doing, this little challenge that I gave myself because I'm a big fan of Elden Ring. What do you want me to do? And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you liked the video. If you did, leave a like. If you don't want to miss the next part, don't forget to subscribe. And also, I love interacting with you guys, so comments down below. I got all my medias over there. Also, I've made a Cara. I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm not too sure. All my links are gonna be down below. And yeah, with this being said, I am done with this video, and I can't wait to see you guys this week or maybe next week. I don't know when I'll be done with the high res. Shadow of the Earth is really soon, so I gotta hurry up. Anyways, with that being said, see you guys next time. Ciao.